How do you greet multiple recipients in an email? How do you greet multiple recipients in an email? Assuming they're both male, I just use sirs, but it seems a bit informal.
It's kind of a carryover from my medievalist hobby, but I really like using greetings, or even greetings, for emails to a group of people. It's also really handy for addressing a single person when you are unsure of that person's gender and/or title.
If you don't know the recipients' names, I refer you to the other answers. However, if you do know their names, then I will add that I would actually just write, Dear John, Dear Jack. I have been using this formula for more than a decade. So far, nobody has complained. For me, this approach has quite a few advantages. First of all, it is more personal than simply greetings or hi all. Secondly, if one of those people is the main recipient and the other is CC, or if one of them has a higher rank, say, he is the boss of the other, I can reflect that in my address by mentioning him first. Lastly, this formula can be easily adapted to many situations. If some, or all, of the recipients are female, I simply write, Dear John, Dear Jane. If I need to make it more formal, I simply write, Dear Mr. Smith, Dear MS Black. And I can easily extend it to 3 or even 4 people. Dear Mr. Smith, Dear MS Black, Dear Mr. Blunt. Now, when I am addressing more than 4 people, I often do use something like, Greetings, hi everybody, dear clients, dear colleagues. However, even then I sometimes set the most important recipient apart by writing, Dear Professor Black, dear colleagues. Or, Dear Mr. President, dear members of the committee.
If you are working together on a project, then I rather like, Dear Team. This can be appropriate even if the recipients include people from both your company and the client. It's a subtle reminder that you are all working towards a common goal. More generally, I just use, Dear All, or just.
I rarely begin emails with a salutation. If I do, it is usually just a name. I have never transferred the pointless dear to emails. If I wanted to put one in a group email, I suppose I would start with a word like friends, or people, or folks, depending on the context and formality.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.